I'd like to get our heart energy kind of opened up. So find yourself in a comfortable seat. Let your shoulders relax down your back. Let your heart lift up a little bit. Find your hips and bring your shoulders back over your hips so that you have a nice tall spine. Find your ears and bring your ears over your shoulders. And then from here, if you'd like to just simply become aware of your breath, you can close your eyes here or let your gaze cast down. And then just kind of notice that you're breathing. You don't have to worry about changing the breath or manipulating it. I just want you to notice it. And by bringing our awareness and attention to the breath, we help to gather the threads of our attention and awareness and pull them back toward us. So let's continue to breathe. Maybe here we notice how we're noticing our breath. Are you feeling the rise and fall of your chest? Are you feeling the air moving in and out of your nostrils? Maybe you're hearing the sound of your breath. The next time you hear or feel your exhale, allow your shoulders to soften. Allow your tongue to come to the bottom of the mouth. Find softness in your neck and in your jaw. And we're going to wake up and engage a little bit of that heart energy and bring our hands to our heart space. Again, maybe notice here you can still feel the breath moving up and down. And here I'd like for you to close your eyes and think of a memory that makes you smile. You don't have to go so much into the details of the memory, but how that time or place made you feel, the feelings that elicited the smile. Allow your mind to come to that smile feeling. And maybe feel how those feelings made your heart feel warm. Allow that thought, that feeling to move through you. Keep breathing into it and allow it to expand. And from here, we're going to keep that thought, that energy in mind, that warm heart energy in mind. We're going to let our hands relax down to our knees, and we're going to do a few torso circles here. Allowing that energy to circle around and also helping to ground it down by feeling the motion of our hips on the floor, feeling the parts of us that are grounding down with this circle. And then we're going to turn that circle in the opposite direction. And wherever you're at, come back to your breath. And let's practice today with a calm and steady breath, helping to move that energy through us. So we try to keep our inhales and exhales fairly even. And our breath is moving back and forth like we're sitting on a swing. As we inhale, the swing moves back. And as we exhale, the swing moves forward. Come back up nice and tall. We're going to take our arms right up to the ceiling here. Stretch up through your pinky fingers. Gaze up. Take a breath in. Exhale down to your heart. And because what we send out into the world is what we receive back, we're going to take an inhale. We're going to sweep our arms out, sending out that warm feeling of our heart. And then exhale, pulling back the energy of the universe. Inhale, send it out. Exhale, receive. Inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and open your arms out nice and wide here. Turn the thumbs slightly back. Lift up through your heart and your chest. Breathe in. And then as you exhale, bring the fingertips together. Tuck your chin round through your back and your shoulders. Inhale, open up nice and big. Exhale, tuck and round, arching the back. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, tuck and round. One more. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, tuck and round. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, fingertips come down. Side to side 3 times. Inhale, up and over, lifting and reaching through the rib cage. Exhale, float down. Go ahead and move with your breath. Feel that nice stretch through your back and through your ribs. And then we come down, fingertips down. Give your fingertips a little tap on the ground once you bring both hands back all the way down. Your fingertips are nice and tapped. Lift up through the heart. And then go ahead and take your right arm up to the ceiling. Stretch it up. And then we're going to twist. Take your belly button over to your left knee, right hand to your left knee. Go ahead and twist. Breathe in. And out. And then inhale back to center. Other side, left arm reaches up. Stretch it up, reach to that rib cage. And then hand to the knee, reach your other hand behind. Stay nice and tall for a gentle twist. And then come on back to center. We're going to find our way over to our hands and knees, tabletop. So you're going to bring your wrists underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. And we're going to wag our tail here. And again, the idea today is kind of moving the energy through our body. So just kind of let your hips shake gently from side to side. So it's a little tail wag for you. And then we're going to do some circles with our torso. So it's almost like our torso is a brush and we're cleaning out the inside of a barrel. So you're going to lift your torso up, shift it to the side, drop it down, shift to the side, lift it up, shift to the side, drop it down, shift to the side, lift it up. So you're making circles with your torso, like you're cleaning the inside of a barrel. with your torso. So just one more nice circle in one direction. And now whatever way you were cleaning that barrel, circle out in the other direction. So it's a nice, gentle movement, a little bit of looseness here. And again, helping to circulate. And when we're moving our bodies, we're moving that energy inside of us and kind of giving it a nice little swirl and waking things up. Moving things that are stuck, unblocking things, and then come back up to center. We're going to take our left foot back behind us. Bring the ball of your foot down to the mat. Stretch back through your heel. Pull your waistline up and in. And I want you to think about squeezing your hip points toward one another here. And then we're going to take our right arm up. Thumb points up. So just stretch and extend right here with your foot down. And now for a little more, go ahead and raise your toes up, maybe just an inch or two, not super high. You want to keep the hips level. Stretch out through your fingertips, stretch out through your heel. Go ahead and reach and stretch. And then exhale, bring the knee down, bring the hand down. We're going to do the other side. Right foot comes back, ball the foot down to that mat. Maybe stretch out the toes and reach back through that heel. And then extend your left arm. Look down at the mat while you do this. Keep the neck nice and long. Pull your belly button in. Squeeze those hip points. Maybe lift the toe an inch or two if that feels good. Reach and stretch and breathe. And then exhale, bring that side down. We're going to do each side 3 times. So take an inhale, right arm long, left leg back. Maybe lift the toes or keep them down if it feels better for you. But notice your hips. Pretend you're balancing a cereal bowl on your hips. Don't let it fall off. Reach and stretch. Hand down, knee down. Other side, right foot back, left arm down. Reach and stretch. Knee down, hand down. Inhale, go long. Exhale down. Inhale, go long. Exhale down. Let's do one more time. Inhale, go long. Pull the waistline in. Keep those hips level. Don't let that leg come too high. Bring it down. Other side. Reach and stretch. Exhale, come down. 2 proud poodles each side. Tall arms. Left shoulder, left hip. Look behind you. Inhale, center. Right to right. Inhale, center. Left to left. Inhale, center. Right to right. Inhale, come on back to center. Take a breath in and out. We're going to do a cat shape here. Tuck your chin, round through your back and your shoulders. And we're going to bring our hips toward the back of our mat, stretching out through the hips, pushing down gently through the palms. And then inhale, bring the shoulders back over the wrist. We're going to walk our hands out in front of us a little further. And we're going to come into a kneeling plank. So maybe walk the knees back so you're comfortable. Shoulders over your wrist. Bend the elbows, little chaturanga. Inhale, push up. Exhale, bring your hips back towards your ankles best you can. If it's too deep of a bend, the hips can stay up a little higher. Inhale, shoulders over the wrist. Exhale, bend. Inhale, push up. Exhale, come back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Feel this stretch here in your child's pose or your puppy's pose, whatever you're in. Take another breath. And from here, we're going to find our way into downward facing dog. Bring your shoulders up. Turn the toes down and under. Lift up the knees and the hips. Push the mat away. Stretch out through your spine. And then we can go ahead and start walking the dog. Alternate between lifting the heels and bending the knees. Giving yourself a nice little stretch here. And if it feels good, you can go ahead and raise up each leg one time. And then when you come back down, if you lifted the legs, find that walking of the dog again. Taking a breath. Soften your knees, bend the knees, stretch back through the tailbone, stretch out through the spine. Look to the hands. We're going to step the feet up to the hands. We're going to fold. We're going to bring our hands up to our thighs. And we're going to do halfway lifts with our hands going to stay on our thighs. So inhale, bring up your shoulders, lift up through your heart. Pull your shoulders back and down, pull down through the tailbone. Exhale, fold. Lift. And fold. Inhale and lift. Exhale and fold. Pull your belly button as you squeeze down. One more. Inhale and lift. Exhale and fold. Bring your fingers to the floor here if that feels okay. If you bring your fingers to the floor and it feels better to have your hands on your thighs, keep your hands on your thighs. Shoulders are out of your ears. Take a moment here while your fingers are down and you're looking at your feet. Push gently down into the feet. Feel that pressure, feel that connection to the earth, and take an inhale, sweep up the arms. Take a breath in, raise all the way up. Exhale, come down to your heart. Inhale to a mountain. Find yourself in a mountain. So once again, suction down those feet. You're going to lift the toes gently. Push into the big toe side of your front, your big toe, underneath your big toe mound. Push into your pinky toe. Push into the big toe side of your heel. Push into the pinky toe side of your heel. Soften your knees and push down nice and strong. Inhale, reach up the arms. Lift up, gaze up. Tall mountain. So the knees are softly bent. We're pushing through our feet. Now really stretch up through the fingers and gaze up. Get a nice stretch. And now we're going to exhale and sweep our arms back. Palms face down as we sweep them back. Inhale, lift up, breathe in. Exhale, sweep back, find your breath. Inhale, squeeze in the belly, lift up tall. Exhale, squeeze in the belly, sweep back. One more. Inhale, tall mountain. Stay here in tall mountain. Push down into the feet. We're going to twist in each direction. We're going to let our left arm swing back behind us and our right arm comes down. Twist. Inhale to center. Other side. Exhale, right arm comes back. Left arm comes down. Inhale, back up to center. Breathe in. Exhale, let's fold. Fingertips to your shins. Halfway lift with fingertips to your shins. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back to down dog. We're going to lift and lower our heels 3 times. Inhale, raise them up. Exhale, let them lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, and lower. They don't have to touch the ground. Knees are soft. We're going to take our right leg up to the skies. When we exhale, we're going to bring our knee up and into our chest. Pull the belly button up in, arch up. Inhale, go long. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, go long. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, go long. Drop the foot. If that was a little too much on that side, you can just rest here in down dog. Left leg lifts up. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, go long. Knee to chest. Inhale, go long. Knee to chest. Inhale, go long. Drop the foot. Soften your knees. Stretch back through your tailbone. We're going to step our feet to the front of the mat. We're going to widen out our feet here. We're going to find ragdoll. So your feet come a little bit wide. We're going to grab our elbows and we're going to gently swing from side to side. And once again, if this is a little too much for your back, you can let your forearms rest on your thighs, tucking your head to your chin, letting your head relax down. If you're comfortable here, continue to swing. Gauging the core, you want to have the waistline pulled up and in as you swing from side to side. You want to think about relaxing the shoulders and the head and the neck. Maybe shake the head, yes. Maybe shake it, no. Make sure you're not tensing in any way through the neck. And then from here, if you're good here, find your feet. Push down gently into your feet. We're going to come up. We're going to swing up, holding on to our elbows. So we're going to lift up to our right side, holding on to the elbows, lifting the elbows up over the head, stretching up nice and tall, and then exhaling down to our left side. And as we come down, we're going to bend into the knee. Inhale, back up to your left. Bend your left knee as you push into the foot and lift up your arms. Exhale, rotate down to the right. Remember, the slower you do this, the more you work the core. Inhale, up to the right. Don't forget to lift and reach at the very top. Exhale, down to the left. And then up to the left. Breathe in. Push into the feet. Squeeze that belly to help you get up. And then exhale, down to the right. Let your fingertips find the floor. Bring your feet back together. Hip distance. Halfway lift, shoulders to your wrists. Shoulders to your fingers to your shins. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep up. Come all the way up. Go ahead and grab your elbows at the top here. We're gonna lift and lower our heels by stretching up through the elbows. So the elbows, ideally, if you can pull them back behind your head a little bit, take an inhale, lift up through your elbows, lift your heels. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift through your elbows, lift your heels. Exhale, lower down. Inhale and lift, reach up, squeeze your belly button in to help. Exhale, lower down. Last one. Inhale and lift. Exhale, lower down. Bring your elbows down to your shoulder height. We're going to pull the elbows slightly back and lift up the heart. Take a breath in. Exhale, close the elbows. Inhale, open and lift through your heart. Exhale, close the elbows. Last one. Inhale, lift through the heart. Exhale, close the elbows. So from here, we're going to take the arms straight up, one swinging them back. Inhale, lift them up. Exhale, we're going to fold down. Halfway lift. We're going to step back to a plank. If you need to do a kneeling plank, drop your knees. If you're good here, we're going to do one chaturanga. Bring your chest a little closer. Bend your elbows. Come back to a plank. Find your way back to down dog. Breath in and out. Inhale, right leg lifts up. Knee comes up and into the chest. And again, if this is too much, you can keep your foot down and just hang out in down dog. Knee to your right bicep. Go long. Knee to your left bicep. Go long. Drop the foot. Other side. Left leg lifts up. Knee to the chest. Go long. Knee to the left bicep. Go long. Knee to the right bicep. Go long. Drop the foot. Soften the knees. Reach back to the tailbone. Look up to your hands. Step your feet up. We're folded here. We're going to step back into a lunge. Step your left foot back. Find your lunge here. And I want you to notice your hips. Your right hip is probably a little head. So if I drew a line from one hip through to the other hip here, one hip's a little ahead of the other. I can feel that. So level out your hips. Your fingers are down on the floor, or if you have blocks, you can use blocks. You'll get a deeper stretch without the blocks, but the blocks definitely make it a little more comfortable. Shoulders are out of your ears. Heart is lifted. Take a breath in. Exhale. Maybe let your hips dip down just a bit here. See how that feels. Stretch into that front hip. Next inhale, pull your hips toward the back of the mat, and we're going to straighten best we can through that front leg. And then we exhale and bend the knee. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Hands are on the floor on your blocks. Exhale and bend. Inhale and straighten. Exhale and bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale and bend. Stay here. Take a breath in. And when you exhale, let your hips dip down. Shoulders are out of your ears. If your fingers are on the floor, come up to your fingers, not your hands. See if you can come up and not be like pushing down into your wrist. And then go ahead and step the back foot up. Fold. Halfway lift. Fold. Right foot steps back. We find our lunge shape here. We find where we're comfortable. Let the heart lift up. Pull your shoulders a little out of your ears. Take an inhale. Pull your hips back, straighten through the front leg. Exhale and bend the knee. Inhale and straighten. Exhale and bend. Straighten. And bend. Straighten. And bend. So here we are in our bend. Stay here. Breathe in. And as you exhale, let your hips dip down a little bit. Feel that nice stretch in your front hip. Find your breath. Step your back foot up. Fold. Halfway lift. Fold. Inhale. Let's be tall. Exhale to your heart. Inhale to your mountain. Find your mountain shape here. So nice suctioning down of the feet. We want to ground, lift through our heart, pull down through the tailbone, get as tall as you can. Shoulders over your hips, ears over your shoulders. Find your height, find your length here. Now soften your knees if you lock them out. You want them nice and soft. Push down into your right foot, left toes to the mat. pull up and in through your waistline. Let's bring that knee up nice and high. Let's find a little balance right here. And still here, gently pull down through the cheeks of your bum to keep you balanced with that knee lifted. When you're ready, we're going to go ahead and step that foot back behind us and find a standing lunge. Let the legs fall into place. Gently reach down through your fingers. And again, maybe bring your hands to your hips and see if they feel level to you. Notice if one hip's ahead of the other, kind of level them out. Arms are going to reach up, breathe in. Exhale, arms are going to sweep back. Inhale, reach up. We're going to find a twist here. Left arm back, right arm forward. Inhale, back to center. Right arm back, left arm forward. Relax the shoulders. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, hands to your heart. You can either step your back foot up or bring your knee back up. And then drop it down. Inhale, lift up, breathe in to your heart. Hands back to mountain. Find your space here. Relax through your shoulders, lift up through the heart. Left foot down, right toes to the mat. Find your mountain. Knee lifts up. Continue to pull gently down through the bum and lifting up through your heart. See if you can get it like a 1/4 inch taller or a centimeter. Doesn't matter, just a little taller. Take a breath. Find your balance. Continue to find your breath and breathe in and out. Step your foot back. Land into your space. Find your lunge. Level out the hips. Push down into that front foot. Reach to that back heel. Inhale up those arms when you feel ready. Maybe this time gaze up. See how your balance feels with that gaze up. Exhale. Sweep the arms back. Inhale. Reach them up. Let's find our twist. Right arm back. Left arm forward. Relax your shoulders. Stretch out through your fingers. Now let your shoulders relax down. Inhale to center. Exhale, other side. Relax the shoulders, stretch to the fingers. Inhale, lift up to your heart. Back foot steps up or knee lifts up. You decide. Foot drops down. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Hands to the mat. Step back to that plank. Take a breath in and out. We're going to pull back into down dog. Inhale, plank. If you need to drop your knees for the plank, drop your knees. One more. Down dog. Inhale into that plank. Go ahead and pull back. Down dog. Soften the knees. Take a breath. We're going to raise our left foot up to the sky. And we're going to step our left foot out to the left side of our mat. We're not stepping up to our hands. We're just stepping that left foot over. And we're bending into the knee and stretching into that hip. And then inhale, come back, step the foot down. Other side, right leg lifts up. We're going to step it out on the exhale. Bring the foot down, bend into the knee, lean into the hip. Step it back, take an inhale when it lands on the mat. Look up to your hands, step your feet up. Fold, halfway lift, fold. Step your left foot back. Bring your hands on the inside of your right foot, and we're going to walk around for a wide leg forward fold. So the feet are nice and wide here. The knees are soft. Peek at your toes. Try to make sure one leg's not ahead of the other. Again, if this is a lot, you're welcome to bring your hands up to your hips or hands on your thighs or forearms on your thighs. So do what your back likes today. If your fingers are on the floor or wherever your hands or fingers are at, lift your tailbone up just a hair. Notice the stretch. Keep breathing. Relax your shoulders, relax your face. Let yourself fold forward a little bit more wherever you're at. Take another breath. And then from here, we're going to walk over to our right foot. We're going to turn our right toes toward the short side of our mat, and our back toes are going to stay right where they're at. Push down into your feet, and we're going to cartwheel up our arms and come into warrior two. Relax through your shoulders. We're going to turn our palms up here. We're going to flex our fingers. So I don't know if you guys can see that. That looks like that. Flexing your fingers looks like that. And then we're going to flex our wrist. So the wrists turn up a little bit. And now we're going to flex the elbows. And we're going to pull those elbows back behind us just a little bit so the heart lifts here. So feel that into your space, feel that in your chest. Pull your shoulder blades down your back as you gently pull the elbows toward the floor. They're not going to move. They're just going to gently pull that way. And now we're going to kind of flow through this. So we're going to take an inhale, lift up through the heart. And as we exhale, we're going to lean toward that front knee. Inhale, lift up. Exhale toward the back knee with the arms still here, elbows pulled gently back. Inhale, center. Exhale to the front knee. Like you're holding a big globe right behind your head. That's how the arm should feel. Exhale to the back. Inhale, center. Exhale to the front. Inhale, center. Keep pushing into those feet. Exhale to the back. Inhale, center. Go ahead and lengthen out those arms. Turn the palms up, 3 warrior pumps. Reach up, straighten the front leg, stretch up, inhale. Exhale and land. Inhale, up and lengthen. Exhale and land. Up and lengthen. Stay here. Reach up a little higher. Pull your belly button and push into the feet. Stretch through the fingers. Engage everything you can and lift up a little bit higher. Now exhale, go ahead and land down. Hands come to the hips. Turn all your toes so that they're both feet are parallel to the short sides of your mat, and we're going to fold down. Breath in and out. In and out. Next inhale, soften the knees, push into the feet, come back up. We're going to turn our toes. Left toes turn toward left, and they're going to point toward the short side of our mat. Right feet stay as they are. Take those arms out, relax through your shoulders, turn the palms up. So we're going to flex the fingers, flex the wrist, flex the elbows, pull the elbows slightly back so the heart's lifted, push into the feet, pull down through your bum cheeks, exhale to the front, inhale, lift that globe up, exhale to the back, inhale, lift that globe up to the front, inhale up to the back. Inhale, center to the front. Center and to the back. And center. Go ahead and straighten out those arms. Turn the palms up. 3 warrior pumps. Straighten through the front leg. Lift up, reach up. Exhale, land down. Inhale, lift and reach. Exhale and land. One more, lift and reach. Exhale and land. Let the shoulders be soft. Let's bring our hands back to our hips. Turn your toes. We're going to turn our toes so that they're pointing toward the corners of our mats. And then we're going to softly bend into each knee, kind of waking the knees up. And the knees are definitely going past the ankles. Maybe they're going a hair past the toe. We want to kind of stretch out the stuff in our knees gently. So, find where your level is. And then go ahead and land down nice into the feet. We're going to do the breath of joy. And hopefully, again, breathe in some good positive energy from the universe and then release any staleness we may have inside. So it's going to be an inhale, 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 then a nice big exhale. In, out. In, out. In, out. One more. In, and out. Come back up nice and tall. Bend your elbows. Let your palms turn up. Soften into the knees. Come into a deeper squat. And here, if you'd like, you can turn the toes out even further if that's comfortable. If not, you can stay as they are. And we're going to go ahead and lift each heel. So go ahead and back and forth a few times, lifting the heel, working those inner thighs. Keep finding your breath. Now we have a nice, steady, calm breath here. And then we're going to go ahead and land back into the feet. We're going to push the hands away from us, lifting up through the heart. Take an inhale, squeeze the bum, pull in the waistline, lift the heels. Exhale, soften down. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, soften down. Inhale, lift the heels and hold. 1, 2, 3. Drop the heels, straighten the legs. Let's open up for a nice big star. Palms start to fall back behind us. Heart and chest lift and open. And then exhale, arms come down. Shoulders lift up to the ears, and we let them drop. We bring the shoulders up to the ears, and we release. One more, shoulders up to the ears, let them drop. Shake them out. We're going to find our warrior 2 feet with the right toes first this time. So left foot is parallel to the short side of the mat. Right toes point to the short side of the mat. And from here, if you have a block, so we're going to do a proud and humble warrior with our hands on our waist. So bring your hands to your waist, thumbs point to the back. Pull your elbows. So you see how my elbows are like pointed out now. I'm going to pull them back behind me a bit. And then we're going to point them gently down around, lifting up the heart. Bringing yourself up nice and high. Inhale. And then on the exhale, we're going to gently lean down toward the inside of that right thigh. If you have a block here, you can bring your hands to the top of a block. If you want to bring your hands all the way down to the floor, you can do that. But let yourself soften into that front thigh. Only stay here as long as you'd like. You can come up at any time. We're going to take 2 more breaths. Keep finding your breath. Let your face soften. Let the space between your top and bottom teeth be soft. And then from here, go ahead and bring your hands back up to your hips. Push into that front leg. Stretch up. And we're going to turn the toes and do the same thing on the other side. Right foot is parallel to the short side of the mat. Left toes point to the short side of the mat. Left knee has a bend in it. Hands are on the hips. Thumbs toward the low back. Pinky or fingertips toward the belly button. Pull the shoulders back, lift through your heart, proud warrior, raise up. And on your exhale, gently let yourself fold down. Remember, don't come down any lower than what's comfortable for your hip. One side might be different than the other, so listen to that. Listen to your body. Fingers to the floor is okay here if you feel comfortable here. Hands to a block is also okay. Hands staying on the hips is also okay. So find your stretch into that hip. Find your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Find that swing. As you inhale, the swing moves back. As you exhale, moves forward. Gentle, steady breath. And wherever you're at, find your feet. Push down strong into the feet. Hands come back to the hips if they came off the hips. And we lift ourselves all the way back up. We're going to go ahead and turn our toes, again, out to the corners of the mat. We're going to do circles here. So we're going to do, it's a full body exercise. If it's not comfortable for you to do the circles, you can keep your hands on your hips and you could just simply let the knees bend to each side. If you're okay with this, fingertips, not your whole hand. We're not interlacing deep to the webbing, just your fingertips behind the head. Lift through the heart, pull the elbows back, breathe in. And then as we exhale, we lean down toward the right knee. And as we move to the knee, we bend it. We let ourselves fold toward the middle. We bend into the left knee, push into the foot. Inhale, come on up. And again, if we're going to do 3 each side. So you guys go ahead and rock, go around. Exhaling down. And then inhaling, lifting up. And make sure as you're moving your torso towards your knee that you're bending the knee. One more time around in that direction. And then we do 3 in the other direction. And again, if you're feeling like, wait, this is a little too much, maybe just do 1. Maybe don't do any. Maybe be like, that's interesting. And then when you're ready, go ahead and move to the other side. Once you've done 3 in one direction, as you move to the side, the knee bends. You allow your torso to fold toward the middle. And as you move to the other side, you bend the knee. You're pushing into the feet. You're squeezing your core in. So this isn't just you kind of whipping yourself around in a circle. You have to use your core muscles, and you actually get better engagement if you actively think to squeeze the belly button in and squeeze the hip points together. And then once you've done those 3 circles in the other direction, release the arms, find your star. So first of all, everybody let your arms come out, make a T. Notice how your shoulder blades came down your back, and then maybe adjust and bring them down the back a little bit more. And now let the hands come up just a bit, so the shoulders stay relaxed. And now let the palms fall back behind you, lifting up through your heart, gazing up at the ceiling, really opening through your chest and your heart space. Breathe in and out. Let's go ahead and take our arms up to the ceiling. Palms come together. We're going to, you guys can't see, but I'm doing my pointer fingers. So we're stretching up nice and tall, soften into the knees. Go ahead and lean over to one side, really opening and stretching through that side body. And then inhale, come back up.
Exhale, soften to the left knee, lean over to that side. And then inhale, come back up. Let your elbows come down to your sides. One moonflower, bend the knees, elbows down. Inhale, open up star. And now exhale, arms are gonna float down to our sides, shoulders up to our ears. We let them drop and we go ahead and shake them out. We're gonna go ahead and find a little bit of balance here. So find your mountain. Balance is best done when we are already and feeling that mountain. So push down into the feet, lift through the heart, lean over and into the right foot. Let your left toes come up. Bring your left knee up to the sky. Pull down through your bum cheeks. And from here, we're gonna take that left ankle and we're gonna cross it over our right knee. Now, if this is a little too much, you're welcome to bring your toe down to the ground. Just cross your ankles instead of crossing your ankle to your knee. So this is a variation of tree. Take a few breaths, kind of get into it. You can do what you like with your hands. I recommend the calming mudra because that's a good one to do right here. So gently feel your thumb and your pinky finger, or your thumb and your pointer finger touch. Now lift your heart up, pull gently down through your bum cheeks. Keep breathing. If anybody would like a little bit more here, you're welcome to sit back into a chair shape. Letting the hips recline down, lifting up the fingertips, taking a little bit more pressure into the hip. Maybe a little more into the knee. And again, if this doesn't feel good for your knees, don't come into it. And then we're gonna go ahead and lift ourselves back up. Bring the foot down, hands to the heart, left foot down, right toes, hands to mountain. Pull down through your bum cheeks, lift up through your heart. Bring your knee up. Find your balance here. Feel your toes softly pushing into the floor. Feel the ball of your foot, the heel of your foot. And when you're ready, cross your ankle over your knee. And you're gonna pull this knee slightly back towards you instead of letting it point forward if you can. And again, if this is too much, you're welcome to just cross your ankles. Pull your waistline and lift up through the heart. Find your breath and find your balance. You can do whatever you like, whatever tree variation of arms you prefer, you could do that. And if you want a little bit more, sit back into a chair shape. So you're gonna bend that standing leg, you're gonna lift through your heart, you're gonna let your arms lift up. Take a little bit more into that thigh, you're gonna feel that in your thigh. Pull your belly in, find your breath, inhale, exhale, soft through the face. And then we're gonna go ahead and come back out of it. Let the foot come down, let the hands come down. Bring the hands to your heart in prayer. Breathe in and out, in and out. I want to kind of stretch out through the backs of the legs and through the body here. So we're going to find our way into a warrior three, a praying warrior three. So we're going to keep our hands in prayer, right foot down, left toes, left knee lifts up. And we're going to send that leg back behind us. And much like we did with our standing, with our spinal balance on the ground, we want to think about keeping the toes a little closer to the ground first until we get that levelness in our hips. And then once you get your hips level and you can lift the toe up without your left hip coming up, the leg stays nice and long. You can lift it up a little bit higher, but you want to keep it from getting from it rolling over and sitting on top of the right hip. Find your breath here. If you'd like to take your fingertips back behind you for a little bit more, you can. Lift up through the chest, maybe gaze forward. Pull your waistline in, keep stretching back through that foot. And then we're going to bring the knee up. Hands in prayer, foot steps down. Left foot down, right toes. Pull up and in through your waistline. Let yourself feel your palms touching. Feel your foot firmly planted down into the ground. And when you're ready, send that leg back behind you with the idea that the toes don't have to be far off the ground. And in fact, if you need to bring them down just to kind of get your balance, you're welcome to do that. But then stretch back through that leg. See if you can level off your hips a bit. Make sure your right foot is pointed forward and parallel to the long side of your mat. Pull in through your waistline. And if you'd like to take the arms back behind you, reach back through your fingers, stretch long through your chest. Maybe gaze forward, lift up your heart. So as an airplane, you don't want to look down and crash. You want to look forward, fly, breathe in, and out. Keep pulling and engaging through that waist. And when you're ready, knee comes up or foot steps up, and set the foot down. Give the feet a nice little shake. We're going to rock back and forth from the ball to the heel of our foot a few times. So just a nice rock, and let me come back here so you guys can see the feet. And then we're just kind of lifting up and rocking back and forth, feeling the ankles. Keep breathing. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, fold down. Halfway lift, hands to the mat. Step back to down dog. Exhale, drop the knees. Bring the wrist underneath the shoulders. We're going to do a kneeling plank. We're going to do a kneeling side plank on each side. If you want to go ahead and come into full plank, you're welcome to come all the way out into full plank. So kneeling plank looks like this. Your left knee is down. You can lift it up if you need to, but you're going to take your left foot off to the side of the mat. Your left fingertips come to the mat. Bring your fingertips, not your whole hand, so you don't push into your wrist. You're going to take your right leg long and lift up your right arm. If you want a little extra here, you can lift the leg. You can reach the arm over the head and reach and stretch from fingertip to heel. Take a breath. And now exhale, hand down, foot down. Bring that knee back underneath your hip. Take a peek at your knees. If they're touching, that means they're not underneath your hips. You want to have enough space usually for about 2 fists in between your knees. And then you're going to take your right foot off to the side of the mat. Left leg goes long. Fingertips of your right hand to the mat. Lift up your left arm. Again, this is a little bit too much for your knee. That's fine. Stay on hands and knees. Reach up and stretch through your fingertips. Maybe lift the leg. Maybe extend the top arm over the head so you stretch long through that side body, bringing the energy from your heel to your fingers, back from your fingers through to your heel. Breathe in and out. Knee comes down, hand comes down. We're going to do 3 moving threading of the needles. I'm going to switch around this side so you can see. So we're going to take our right arm, we're going to reach up and lift up through our heart. And then as we exhale, we're going to take our fingertips between our wrist and our knee, reach and stretch. Inhale, lift back up. We're not laying into it, guys. Exhale, back through. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back through. Bring that right hand down. We're going to do the other side. Inhale, left arm lifts. Exhale, back through. Inhale, lift. Exhale, reach it through. Stretch that back. Inhale. We're opening up the energy center to above our heart and our back space. Lift up and let the hand drop. And from here, we're going to come on over to a seat. Let yourself be nice and tall. A few torso circles here. Breathe in and out. Circle back around in the opposite direction. And then from here, we're going to do reverse tabletops. And again, if this is a little too much for you, you're welcome to omit this from your practice today. So your hands are going to come back, and your wrists are ideally, again, underneath your shoulders. You may need to do a practice one. Feet, fingertips point toward the toes. We're going to take an inhale, lift our hips up. The head comes back as far as you'd like. And then exhale, sit the hips down. One more, inhale, lift. Exhale, come back to a seat. And we're going to find a boat from here. So walk your feet closer together. Bring your hands underneath your thighs. Lift your chest up nice and high. Lean back, maybe lift the feet. Release the hands. If your hands feel better holding on, let your hands hold on. Breathe in and out. Relax your shoulders. Make sure the space is between your neck and your shoulders. Now pull your chin slightly towards your chest. Lift to the top of your head. Get a little taller here. And now exhale. Let your feet come down. Soles of the feet come together. And we're going to gently lean down toward our feet. You don't have to pull your heels any closer towards your bum cheeks unless you absolutely want to. This is a nice, relaxing stretch here in Baddha Konasana. And take a few breaths. Just kind of let yourself lean into it. It's not about how close you can get to your feet. It's about kind of stretching down into it a bit. And now inhale, come all the way back up. Bring your knees together. Take a breath. We're going to bring our hands down to the ground. And we're just going to let our knees, we're going to keep our knees close. We're going to twist to one side. And then inhale to center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale back to center. And from here, we're going to go ahead and lay all the way back and down. Bringing the knees up and into the chest. Give them a nice squeeze. Let's rock gently back and forth. And let your thighs massage your belly here. That nice massage of the belly helps to bring you back into your parasympathetic nervous system, back to your rest and digest state of mind. That's why it feels good to rub your belly, or one of the many reasons. And then we're going to go ahead and stretch the legs up toward the ceiling. We're going to point and flex our toes a few times here. Giving the ankles a little bit of love. And then we're going to go ahead and bend the knees and let the feet come down flat. We're going to let our knees, we're going to take our arms out to either side of us like the letter T. We're going to let our knees drop all the way over to the left side. So the palms are facing up. It's okay if your right shoulder comes off the floor a bit. We're going to take our right arm and we're going to reach our right hand up toward the right corner of our mat. So your elbow can stay bent here. Your elbow doesn't have to be straight. Let your elbow bend so that you're comfortable. And take your left hand and bring it to the top of your right rib cage. And take 3 nice slow breaths into your rib cage here. So it'll look like this, except you're on your side and this arm is open. And again, if it's not comfortable for you to have your right arm lifted up toward the corner of your mat, bend your elbow and bring that arm down closer to you if you need to. So I don't know if you guys can see me down here, but yeah, you bring that elbow down to wherever you're close, wherever you feel, but you want to open that side and breathe into the rib cage. And then once you've taken your 3 breaths, bring that right arm back down, bring your knees back to center. Go ahead and roll on over to the other side. So our arms are out, letter T. Knees drop all the way over to the right-hand side. You can bend your left elbow and stretch your left fingertips up toward the corner of your left mat. Take your right hand, bring them over to your left rib cage. So that's the rib cage that should be pointed a little bit up toward the sky here. And take a few breaths into that rib cage, feeling the breath moving the rib cage, feeling the space. And then from here, go ahead and let yourself find your way back to center. And we're going to find our comfortable Savasana shape from here. I always recommend, I like constructive rest with the knees bent. The knees come together to touch. The feet are a little bit wide here. The arms are slightly away from the body, palms turning up. You can also let your legs stretch out long. You can lay on your side. You can do whatever you feel comfortable. Some people even like to lay down on their bellies and use like their hands as a pillow and let their forehead rest on their hands. So please find your comfortable shape. And then once you've found your shape, take a minute and notice if your shoulders are equally distanced from your ears. Are your feet or legs equally distanced from the midline of the mat or from the midline of your body? And are your arms equally distanced from the midline of your body? And now feel the support beneath your body. Feel the parts of you that are connected to the earth. Feet, legs, hips, the muscles of the back of the shoulders, the back of the arms, the hands, the fingers, your head. Feel the body resting on your mat. Come back to your breath. And when you feel your next exhale, allow your face and shoulders to soften. Allow your arms and hands and fingers to soften. Soften the muscles of your back, the back of your shoulders. Allow your chest and belly to soften. Allow the hips and legs to soften. Release any holding in your body and surrender to the gentle pull of gravity. Notice if you can hear your breath. And allow yourself to simply be the rise and fall of your chest. Invite your breath to deepen. Bring your awareness to the space of your heart. Breathe the positive energy of my words into your heart space. May you be peaceful. May you be calm. May you be free from worry. Roll onto your side. Continue to enjoy the experience of your breath. Allow the energy of your heart space to move through you. With every inhale shining a little brighter. With every exhale radiating all the way out. Maybe past the boundaries of your body. When you're ready, find your way to a seat. So I'm going to unmute you guys.
Yeah.
And if you'd like to share some of that positive energy we just created with our practice and our words, bring your hands to your heart space. You can repeat out loud if you'd like, or silently, it's up to you. May all beings be peaceful.
May all beings be peaceful.
May all beings be calm.
May all beings be calm.
May all beings be free.
May all beings be free.
Breathe in some of that energy for you too. And relax. We bring our palms together. We touch our minds and our hearts. And together we say, Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you guys for practicing with me.
Thank you, ladies. It was good to see everybody. Nice practicing with you.